What is up, everybody? I am in Paris, and the time change is absolutely kicking my ass. But whatever, this is the 200th video that I have made for my channel, so it needs to happen. It's previews and predictions, and we're gonna start with Chelsea versus Arsenal. It's the best team in England by 9 points, which is a huge lead versus the specialists in fail and losing games. They should win. Blue versus red, and Diego Costa versus Alexis Sanchez, who are the two top scorers in the Premier League. Now, despite the Blues winning 6 out of their last 7 against Arsenal at Stamford Bridge, this league loves to be unpredictable, and Arsenal loves to play to the level of their competition. And also, Arsenal has to know that if they lose this game, their title hopes are over. And I think they're gonna get a result. I think they're gonna show up to play, and I think they're gonna win 2-1. And I probably just jinxed them. And now let's go to Italy for Juventus versus Inter Milan. Given the recent history of Juve and their 5 straight Scudettos, let's call them an immovable object. And given the current form of Inter Milan, who have won 7 straight Serie A games, let's call them an unstoppable force. So what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force in the biggest derby in Italy? Juve wins, because Juve always wins, and Inter gets nothing and likes it. So my prediction is gonna be Juve 2, Inter 0. Okay, let's shift gears and head to Germany for Borussia Dortmund versus RB Leipzig. And yes, I know, I talk about RB Leipzig a lot, but I'm just in disbelief that they're doing this well and that they continue to do this well. However, this is their first Bundesliga visit to the Westfalenstadion, so there's just no way that Dortmund, who are unbeaten in their last 29 league games at home and who lost to Leipzig earlier this season 1-0, are gonna let these Red Bull hotshots beat them again. So my prediction is gonna be Dortmund 3, Leipzig 2. And now we're gonna talk about the country that I'm in, France, and Monaco versus Nice. Does it get any better than this? First versus first, the highest scoring team in all of Europe versus the team with the best defense in all of France. 2 former discarded strikers in Falcao and Mario Balotelli trying to lead their teams and themselves to glory? No, it actually doesn't. It doesn't get any better than this. And I really am excited for this game. However, my favorite part is that both teams have to know that if they can win this game, if they can get all 3 points, they have a legitimate chance of winning the league. So they're gonna go for it, which is awesome. But I think they're gonna tie. That's my prediction. And it's gonna be 1-1. And then PSG is gonna benefit. And they're patiently waiting in third for these 2 teams to falter, and they're gonna gain 2 points. And that's gonna suck, because I don't think anybody wants to see PSG win this year. I think they want to see a new team, and I hope that happens. And up next, it's Stoke versus West Brom. Because my previews and predictions correspondent Adrian from Rabona TV thought it would be funny to highlight 2 teams who live in mid-table purgatory. So take it away, Adrian.
You can call me desperate for previewing this match, but not as desperate as Berahino was to leave West Brom. And he did, for Stoke! Getting a start ahead of the 100-goal robot will be tough, though. The tall one has notched 4 goals in his last 6 matches, but Eric Peters and their defense will have to stay awake while defending set pieces, because West Brom has scored 14 of their 31 goals from set plays. Matt Phillips has provided many of those set play goals, as he has 8 of his team's 25 assists. Too bad the goals have dried up for target man Rondon. No goals in 8 matches. Ugh. Stoke will have to be patient, as West Brom like to sit back. They have the league's lowest averages in both passes per match and possession. So on paper, Stoke looks good, but can Stoke do the business on a cold, clear Saturday in West Bromwich? I think so. Another Roboto celebration and 2-1 Stoke.
My sincere thanks to you, Adrian, for bringing some legit energy to that preview. I think it's going to end 1-1 on a set-piece goal each, because that's how those 2 teams roll. Anyway, here's what else I'll be paying attention to this weekend. Like Porto versus Sporting Clube de Portugal. Because with Benfica showing some uneven form as of late, Porto have moved in and are now only 1 point behind them at the top of the table, so this game is huge. Also, and this is of great benefit to Porto, Sporting are not very good on the road. They've won only 3 out of their 9 games, and all 3 of those were 1-0 wins, so this game is going to be tight, but I think Porto's got too much talent, and I think they're going to get the 3 points, and that will help them keep the pressure on Benfica. Also, I am definitely watching the Africa Cup of Nations final between Egypt and Cameroon, who have won more AFCON titles than any other country. Egypt has 7 and Cameroon has 4, but then Ghana also has 4, but they're in the final and it doesn't really matter. But the best part about all of this is the banter that Cameroonian fans are giving Joel Matip, who elected to stay with his club Liverpool than to play for his country, and now he's gonna miss out on playing in a major final, while he spent the month of January getting knocked out of 2 cup competitions and losing any hope of winning the Premier League, and that must suck. And the Melbourne Derby is going down again. And after the victory stole all 3 points on the road the last time these 2 met, they need all 3 points this time at home to snap a 3-game losing streak. So we'll see if City lays down and lets that happen, or if they take the revenge for losing earlier this season. And yes, I'll be keeping my eye on both Manchester clubs now that they're next to each other in the table, which is so cute. Well, 5th place City hit the road to take on Leicester, who are probably the worst defending champions of all time. And 6th place United hosts Swansea. Now Swansea are fresh off of beating Liverpool on the road, so they'll be full of confidence. And I just think that both of these games are probably going to be pretty difficult because Leicester's not going to just roll over either. But besides all that, my favorite part about all of this is that Jose and Pep are currently battling it out for a Europa League spot. Also, a shout out to FC Honka, who is OG warm baller and longtime contributor to this channel, Mikko's favorite club, and they are playing in the Finnish Cup against HIFK. And even though HIFK are in the top division and Honka is not, Honka's gonna kick their ass! Alright, that's it. I'm gonna go lay down and sleep some more because I desperately need it. Have a good weekend. Later.